Hello.
Hello.
We are here.
We are. Look at us.
Look at us go.
Look at us. Look at us do this.
Going for scenario 2
Yeah.
of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. expansion of Marvel Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of walked through scenario 1.
Yeah.
Like, it took some time.
But I think most of that was just us trying to figure out how to play with this new style.
The new.
The new. So, but yeah, it was pretty fun. Very thematic. I liked it, as we discussed, and
I have some reservations about the power level of the champions we're playing, but
too high or too low?
Let me rephrase. I have some reservations about the strength of the decks our heroes are playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you could build some like disgusting stuff with either of these.
Yeah.
But I think with their standard inbox decks, they're pretty balanced.
Yeah.
But I worry that there would be scenarios that you would just flat out lose.
Mm.
Like, I don't feel like either of these heroes are quick enough.
Yeah. Especially our last game.
Mm-hmm.
For me especially. I think you struggled to, but I think you picked up faster.
Yeah, I picked up faster, but then my things weren't doing things.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I just had a lot of stuff out, and it looked cool, but nothing was actually effective.
Yeah, and it took me a while to get anything out on mine, and they then weren't doing anything.
I think I have too many 3 copies of cards in this deck.
Yes, especially since you found out after you put 3 of them out that you can't. So
yeah. No, can't have 3 glitter bombs out.
No
guys.
glitter bombs. No glitter bomb stacking. So, but yeah.
Which did not put an asterisk next to it because
we caught it soon enough.
We caught it soon enough that nothing had fired, but yeah. That's
you definitely have some fun synergy with a couple things, which was fun.
And when you got one of your carriers out, it was like game over.
It was. So I'm excited to hopefully get that kind of working a little bit better.
Yeah, and now you know what you need to work towards, right?
Yes.
Like, it is a priority. Like, you weren't doing much if you don't have those out.
Right.
So.
Yep. But
I feel like that's good. I would like to address the elephant in the room, or some might call it the shield in the room. Yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt from last stream. I don't really care.
I didn't even realize.
I don't really care if you judge me.
It's fine. It's late. What are you gonna do?
It was not intentional. I don't care.
And it is a new day.
And it is a new day.
We could have just hit it, back to back. Nobody would have known.
Yep. But it's a different day.
It's a different day. But it's very thematic. I appreciate it. Yeah. So
it's like one of the most comfortable shirts I own, so that's honestly why I'm wearing it.
I'm wearing my got too silly of a goose. So the goose is in prison. You can't see it, but it's pretty cute.
But that's what it says.
That's what it says. It's got too silly.
So yeah. All right. We have set up to fight Batroc.
Yes.
I've never heard of Batroc.
I haven't either, but he looks like a evil Robin Hood. a beige Robin Hood.
Not to be confused with the Hood.
Not the Hood. Nope. Very different.
Definitely with these 2 decks, I do not feel like we would have a fun time facing the Hood standard 2.
No.
Even on normal, I don't feel like that would be fun.
No, you silly goose. So
there's a lot of surge going on there.
There's a lot of surge on that one. I worry about the expert mode on this. So
yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Okay, so do your thing.
Okay. So
because it'll come about.
Yeah. Belova's not talking. Not a problem. Her AIM goons are singing like canaries. I think I read that.
Tweet.
Did I read that last time?
I think so.
Okay. Anyways.
No, you started to read it, and I was like, whoa.
No, that was the beginning of the last one.
That was the beginning.
So.
Just reread it anyway.
Belova's not talking. Not a problem. Her AIM goons are singing like canaries. They've been abducting Inhumans from all over the country and are smuggling them out of the country through the AIM Island Embassy with the help of mercenary Batroc. When do we go in? Officially, we don't. The board is afraid of a diplomatic incident. Unofficially, we leave immediately. If we fail, there will be blowback. Then we won't fail. They're a good team. I like them.
Mhm.
So scenario 2 is Batroc. The arrested Black Widow refuses to talk, but her AIM accomplices are not so disciplined. You learn that they have been involved in a large-scale kidnapping ring all over the U.S. on behalf of the government of AIM Island, the sovereign island nation governed by AIM. The evidence points to these kidnapping victims being smuggled out of the U.S. Through the AIM Island Embassy in Washington, D.C. You decide to infiltrate the embassy without SHIELD Executive Board approval. If you are discovered inside the embassy, SHIELD will disavow any knowledge of your activities, and you will face legal consequences. Your mission is to locate and extract any missing persons being held inside the embassy. So we got Batroc, and he's got an A and B side.
Okay, we are pronouncing it right.
Batroc?
Batroc.
Okay.
Apparently he's from France.
Oh, oui. So he's got an A and B side, and B is for expert and A is for standard. Then we got in the main scheme. So it's a sequence scenario. So we have to try and get through all the schemes.
Oh, okay.
So we infiltrate AIM,
My
Island
favorite
Embassy,
kind.
locate missing persons, and then extract captives. So in the encounter deck, we got the Batroc, AIM Science, Batroc's Brigade, and the standard encounter sets. So we are not necessarily trying to defeat the villain, but instead to advance through the 3 stages of the scheme by reducing the threat to 0. And then it flips to the next one.
0.
Stage 1 sees the heroes breaking into the embassy. Stage 2, we must release the captives being held. And each time the threat on this stage is reduced to 0, the players gain one of the set-aside rescued captive allies.
Nice.
Then face the choice to reset in order to free another captive, or can advance to stage 3. And then in stage 3, the heroes make a mad dash escape of the embassy with the freed captives. If the players can remove all the threat from the main scheme before the rescued captives are defeated, we win. So we got place threat on the alert level environment equal to the number of minions and side schemes recorded in the campaign log for scenario 1, which was 1 and 1, so 2.
I can't reach the threat.
Fine, I will do it. Okay. Prepare the SHIELD Executive Board set. Ta-da! Place the 3 board member environments in play. Place a secret counter on each board member environment equal to the number of secret counters recorded for that environment in scenario 1.
0?
0.
0.
0. That's kind of nice. So they kind of carry over.
That is nice. We did it good.
We did good.
We did it good, Nana.
We did good. Look at us go. Okay, shuffle the 3 copies of the AIM interference obligation to the encounter set. And then after resolving mulligans, resolve the setup ability of each evidence card the players have earned.
Okay.
So that has to deal with the evidence card that we got. So we got medical records, and on this setup we can add a secret counter to a board member card to search for a different ally, protection ally specifically, and shuffle it into our decks. And then we can add a extra threat to the scheme to be able to basically put that ally into our hand. So we kind of took a look at these, and we didn't see anything that would really match up with you.
No, because, like, Black Widow is a protection ally, which would be cool, but at the same time, like, I'm just duplicating an ability that Brianna already has.
Yeah, because you would spend a science resource to disregard an encounter set a card.
Yeah, so it's like... It didn't make sense for me to add a non-aspect card that I'm not going to see a whole lot of use out of.
Yeah.
Like, really? So, yeah. That's kind of where I landed on it. And I think that Starhawk is a good ally. So...
Yeah, so I found Starhawk. And I kind of didn't looked over this, but Clay made like a very good like gameplay idea. So when Starhawk takes damage exactly equal to his remaining hit points, he gets returned to the player's hand, like the owner's hand, which would normally be pretty hard. But if I can get my command center card, which allows me to ready an ally, I could basically put him out, use him twice, and he'd go back to my hand instantly. So that sounds pretty cool. So I think I probably will do that.
When you get everything out, your command center's never going to run out of tokens.
It's always going to be a thing. So.
Right. Anyway.
I hate getting a ship on my hand.
Oof.
And it's the Iliad, which is the bomb. Okay, so mulligans. I think I will put one out. Let's go ahead and put it on Chief Surveillance.
So does it say one? Just one?
Just one per player that does it. For add one secret counter to a board member environment to search for a different protection ally and shuffle it into their deck.
So I would suggest maybe this one since we're looking at threat because that removes 2 threat from a scheme.
Yes, I would concur. And then I am going to add an extra one. Oh, I don't know.
We'll flip it over because we're already there.
Okay. Okay. You sneak into the AIM Island Embassy in search of the abducted shield specialist Sarah Garza. There you come face to face with the mercenary known as Batroc, the Leaper. And then this has a forced interrupt. When the last threat is removed from the scheme, advance to stage 2. And if the scheme is completed, then we lose.
Okay.
So it has 12. And it needs 24 for us to complete.
Okay.
So,
So Batroc does not have 16 points, Brianna. Batroc has 8 hit points.
Oh, it's not per player?
No.
Okay.
When he's defeated, we remove 6 threat from the main scheme.
Oh. Okay.
After he attacks, place the threat on alert level.
Well, sir.
Okay, that kind of changes my game plan then.
Right. So that would be for that one. Get that one out. Do that for that.
I'm gonna discard those 2. Well, that was worse. Like it's gonna be a setup turn.
Yeah. And I feel like that's probably going to be the case with a lot of these. So, I think I am just going to think I might just shuffle this in this round.
Okay. I mean,
I don't feel like
because it's just one threat, right?
it's... Yeah, 2 attack, 1 threat.
No, I mean, you put one threat on the
Oh,
main
yeah.
scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one threat for an extra resource in your hand, does that change? Because remember, you can be just used as a resource,
Yeah.
too.
I don't have anything I would play with him.
Okay.
And I'd be 1 short to play him in my,
Okay.
like, thinking of this process. So, I mean, the thing that I was thinking I could do, we don't necessarily need to do right now, but
Yeah. I get it.
like it kind of gets me the same thing, so. Okay. Are you going first this time?
Nope.
Okay.
All you.
Oh, me. All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend special funding to play command team. And
Bust those all-purpose counters out.
yeah. And it gets 3, and because I spent special funding, I got an extra 1.
Nice.
And then I'm going to put a front organization out for it.
Okay.
And then I am going to flip. And I'm going to thwart for 2. And then I'm going to spend 2 science resources to remove this. And take 2 threat off again.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. I'm going to pitch practice plan to put Safe House 221 into play.
221.
I'm going to exhaust it to place a threat on my suit form upgrade.
Nice.
I'm gonna flip to stealth, and then I'm gonna flip, and then I'm gonna pitch spray fire and glitter bomb, otherwise known as prism dust. Put out Fury's flying car.
Nice.
I'm going to thwart 2 off of there, and that gives me a thingy-majigger on suit. Then I'm going to exhaust, spend to ready, and then I'm going to thwart for 2 more.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Spend 1 resource of any type, remove 1 threat. Sure, I'll spend that to get 1 off.
No, I'm not. I have a plan.
I was gonna possibly discard that card, so I'm like,
Right, yeah.
let's do it. Oh, come on.
All your resources?
No, all my ships. Again. All again. That's pretty cool. I never really got a chance to read some of these ship things, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gets 2.
All right. Attacks you.
Yep. Oh,
Place 1 threat on alert level.
That's good to know.
Wait. This should have had 0 on it. Why is there another
We
one?
had 2 from the setup, from something. Oh, because
Right.
we had the minion and the side scheme left over from last time. It said to start with 2.
I spent... Oh, no, I didn't spend.
I spent 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. In my head, I spent it, but I didn't spend it. Okay.
Yeah.
So attacks you for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Any responses?
No.
Okay.
Just gonna take it.
So Batroc gets heightened reflexes, which gets 4 leap counters. We'll just go ahead and use these because
They're here.
they're here. When Batroc would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage and remove a leap counter from here.
So just 2 still?
Yep.
Okay.
And then he goes to attack me, but ha ha ha, I'm in stealth suit, so when an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of on the main scheme.
Nice.
There's 5 or less threat on this card, which there is, so he schemes for 1 plus 0. So that 1 actually goes onto my suit and
Nice.
doesn't do anything.
That was a fun one.
Mm-hmm. And then encounter cards. Yours.
Does that need a flip because you got attacked?
Mine? No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It flips when I attack.
Okay. I was like, I know it flips at some point, but okay. Well, that sucks. For each character I control, choose to either exhaust that character or play. Oh, that's gonna be terrible when you get allies out. For each character you control, choose to either exhaust that character or place 1 threat on alert level 2 instead if it's on high. So I'm gonna exhaust myself.
For each character you control.
Yeah. So if I had any allies out, that would suck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, mine?
Yep.
Aim interference. In sight, when revealed, place 1. You may spend X lightning resources to prevent X of these characters from being placed.
How many does he get?
1.
Oh, 1 secret on each.
Did you insight already?
I did.
Okay, I am going to pitch under surveillance and concentrated fire to prevent 2 of them from being placed. Then I'm going to put 1 here.
Nice.
And hope
What?
that somebody,
Why would we do that?
hope that somebody has some science resources. Okay. And first player token passes.
Okay.
All right, I am going to...
Question.
Hmm.
Are you planning on attacking him, or are you just gonna thwart some more?
I'm just going to thwart a
Okay.
crap ton.
I was just gonna say I have my team up card, so if you wanted, I could supercharge your suit.
My super suit.
Your super suit.
All right, I am going to pitch eye patch camera to play covert surveillance. Your action thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you are in stealth suit form, you may place that threat on your suit form. Upgrade, which I'm going to do. So 2 off of there. Then I'm going to thwart for 2. And I get to put 1 on here. I'm going to use Fury's Flying Car in there. Ready, Nick Fury. And I'm going to thwart for 2 off of there.
Nice.
Then I am going to wait.
Okay.
Because if you remove that threat off there, depending on what happens, I may or may not decide to flip.
I don't think I can do that, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that will not be happening.
Okay.
Because I really want to get this out. That'd be nice. Just trying to decide which cards I'm going to keep to do it. Okay, I feel like that I should save. Okay, I'm going to use the Douglas on the double and the Bellerophon to play Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that's it. So I am exhausted. So
I won't get it onto my stealth suit when he schemes, so I'm just going to flip anyway. That way I get more cards.
okay.
I'm going to use this to put a threat on the suit. Why not?
So this is 4 per player. So if it gets 8, then it goes back.
I'm going to pitch this to get rid of that.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. It gets 2. And he goes to scheme against you.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
For 1 + 2.
So 3.
Goes to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
For 2.
I'm just going to take it.
+0.
Nice.
Counter cards. Machete.
Machete.
Surge.
And the vulnerable means if he gets stunned or confused, he leaves play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When defeated, shuffle Machete into the counter deck. I am glad that the art makes him look like Danny Trejo a little bit.
That is pretty fun.
With each Machete's demise, the title passes to another member of the Lopez family. I like that. That's very thematic.
So, is Machete a comic book?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. I just thought it was a weird movie.
Right. No, Machete is an MCU.
That's amazing.
So Danny Trejo is technically a Disney princess.
He is a Disney princess.
Okay. Now the security cameras, when revealed, alter ego, remove 1 threat from alert level. This card gains surge.
Nice. Yeah, another surge though.
Aim soldier, patrol, when revealed, find aim scientist.
Oh, good.
I
We
found
got
it.
that guy. That's exciting for us.
Put it into play, engage with you.
Okay. My turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I got embassy patrol. So they patrol, so I can't thwart. Vulnerable as well. And if the alert is on high, which it's not, then it gains insight. But when defeated, place 1 threat on alert level. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright. And first player token passes. I feel like we're doing better with the remembering that part.
Yeah.
So far.
So far.
Okay.
Wish I had my spray fire right now.
Right. That would be nice.
I could just deal 6 to everything.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, yeah, I want to do that. Okay. Probably that one. And that one. Okay. I'm going to use on the double and command team to put shield director into play. And because I can right now, I'm going to use that to put another counter here. Because why not? What's your plan this turn? Do you want me to supercharge your suit yet?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm going to kill this guy and then kill this guy.
Okay. I'm going to put Grant Ward into play.
I mean, actually, technically, if you... Maybe, we'll see.
Okay. And I am going to... Grant Ward's going to punch the embassy patrol for 2. And take an incidental. I'm going to exhaust command team to ready Grant Ward. And he's going to punch the embassy patrol again.
Defeated.
When defeated, place 1 threat on alert level. And take another one. And I'm going to thwart for 2. And I think I will flip. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait till you decide, and then I'll flip.
Okay. All right. I am going to start off with using this to put a threat on my suit.
On your suit?
It's really the only tech I care about. So I'm going to use global logistics to look at the top 4 of here.
Cool. That card is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Shadows of the Past. We're just going to discard that.
Nice. No, thank you.
And then our boost cards are both going to be 0, but we are going to get a Zoran into play, a minion. When revealed, tuck a weapon upgrade you control under Zoran. Otherwise, tuck the top card of your deck under Zoran. He gets plus X attack, where X is the printed resource cards of the card tucked under him. And that will go to you. You don't have a weapon that you would lose, right?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, but if it hits a ship.
Yeah, but I think it's still going to be a minute till I get a ship out.
No, I mean if that top card is a ship.
It would have 6
so
from
he
that.
would have 7 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll discard him.
You could put him as a boost? What do you think? Yeah.
I mean, having 0 boost is good. Right?
Yeah. I was just thinking like the card we know versus the card we don't.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
It's going to attack you. Grant can't defend. And when you take damage...
I'm going to flip, so he's going to scheme.
Okay.
So...
Okay. We'll do that. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put out practice plan.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Like it. I should give you a front... Well, maybe not. I don't know if it would come in his head.
I'm going to flip. Going to use Under Surveillance and Global Logistics to play Concentrated Fire. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. This attack gains range. If this attack defeats an enemy, choose place threat from your suit form, upgrade on your suit form equal to the printed scheme, or change to stealth suit. I have to flip for the attack. So I'm just gonna stay flipped. I'm not gonna change back. But I am gonna place a threat on here equal to my there. And that will be against this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I am engaged with another minion. Okay.
Oh, not just aim soldier,
Yep.
aimed people.
So I'm going to attack Machete. And use this.
Nice.
To
deal 3
to Machete. Then I'm going to do this. Spend this to ready. Then I'm going to attack the aim scientist.
Nice.
And kill it.
Cool.
I'm going to spend that. Get rid of that.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And I'm going to flip because you don't want me to charge your suit yet, right?
Right.
Okay. Flipping and ready.
Okay. Ready. R5.
Four, 5, 6. Well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it gets 3 threat.
What?
Or 2 threat, I guess.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something.
Goes to
schemes
scheme
against me.
For 1 plus 2. We knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
attacks me. I don't have a response. For 2 plus 0. So I take 2. And then encounter cards, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh shoot, Grant Ward's thing. That was just an attack thing, but it's the treachery is revealed after you reveal a treachery, you may spend a science resource if you do not take damage equal to Grant Ward's attack. And remove him from the game.
And remove him from the game?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was an RFG.
Yeah. Missed that last time. You took extra damage.
Yeah, because I think I played him twice, right?
Mm-hmm. Or you could spend a science resource.
I hesitate to do that because I have a ship and I actually have resources to play that ship.
So yeah, get rid of Grant Ward and take 2 damage.
But there might be other things that might be better to play instead at this point.
That's true.
Okay, I think I'm just going to discard a science this time around. And then this gains surge, so... Okay.
First player token passes.
Yep. You got an embassy guard again? Or not again. I had one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. I am going to pitch Informant to put Fury's Watch into play. Going to guard vulnerable. Okay, so he's got guard, so it doesn't affect this. I'm going to pitch the EM shield to play Covert Surveillance to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Wait, no, I'm not going to do that yet.
Okay.
Sequencing. Sequencing matters.
Sequencing.
I'm going to do this and remove a counter to put Glitter Bomb into play.
Nice.
I am going to punch the embassy guard, toss that, kill the embassy guard. And then I'm gonna car that to ready. Gonna wart for 2. Puts 1 on there. And then I'm gonna pitch EM shield to play Covert Surveillance to take 2 more off of there.
Okay.
And I can change to Stealth Suit for him, which I'm going to do now.
Cool.
So that he has to scheme against me. It's not the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Use energy to play Life Model Decoy.
Nice.
And Grant is going to punch the embassy patrol.
Good job. You suck, Grant.
You do suck, Grant. I'm trying to decide if I recover before flipping or if I
Flip and punch?
flip and punch.
Well, you're taking an attack. regardless of flipping.
Yeah.
So you're taking 2 if there's 3.
So I don't want him to scheme twice because I don't want this to get crazy.
Yeah.
So, and I have this as a buffer for at least an attack.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, but I just wasn't sure if I should, quote unquote,
I think
waste
getting
it
rid
this
of the
time.
minion is better.
Yeah. So I will flip. I'll punch and kill. When defeated, place 1 threat on alert level.
Oh, you need to do another one.
Oh, for that guy?
Yep.
I did not see that one, so thank you.
I did not see that either.
There you go.
Okay.
And just because I feel like I should just gather these up until I can move them around when I need to. So do that, and should I just spend these to get rid of some stuff, or should I keep them in hopes that I can play it next turn? Because I could get rid of that, and I could get rid of 1. Easy.
Okay.
But I'd have to get rid of my double resource and Cersei, which allows me to put an ally into play.
I don't think that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
I feel like the ally thing is not the most...
It's not the most helpful, right?
Like, you already had to discard the Iliad.
Yeah.
So drawing more cards gets you back to the Iliad faster.
Yeah, so I'm going to use that to get rid of one of those. I'm going to use that to get rid of this.
6/2 threat off of the main scheme.
That's kind of where I was thinking, so I'm glad that I wasn't crazy.
I don't know. Probably still crazy. But... Alright.
And good?
Yep.
Ready?
I already drew.
Draw.
It's going to scheme against me for 1 plus 2.
No.
And your obligation is donezo.
Gets 2 there. And
So 3.
3 more from yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Goes to attack you for 2 plus...
Just taking it.
1.
Okay.
So 3. And then I have to resolve this. So, place a secret counter on each board member card after Insight 1. So, you may spend X science resources to prevent X of these counters from being placed.
So, not take any more damage.
Okay.
Spend what? Science?
Science. There's going to be 1 on each. You can spend science to stop them.
This card exhausted 3 allies and or supports that share a trait. Okay. I'll go ahead and spend 2. Just put 1 on the... Yep.
Okay. Alright, encounter cards. When revealed hero, for each character you control, choose to either exhaust that character or place 1 threat on alert level. 2 threat of alert levels on high. I'm going to go ahead and just place it on there.
Place how many?
1.
Okay. When revealed, find aim scientist.
2 and confused.
So I need aim scientist. And he's got 2. Nice. Nick Fury was just like, peekaboo, I see you.
Oh, and then practice plan.
Oh, yeah.
Put that back in.
Nice. Nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice.
First player token passes.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see. Let me see. Hold on, what do I have? Nothing. Okay. Nothing. I'm just gonna
nothing.
stockpile this one to get all sorts of ally situation going on. Then I'm going to. I can't thwart, so I guess I will punch this guy. Finish him.
Finish him.
Nothing happens.
Or them.
We don't know.
Gender neutral suits.
And
Saving the company money.
saving them money. Okay, and I'll hold off for a little bit while you play your turn.
All right.
I'll probably end up flipping back into Alter Ego though. Just so you're aware.
Okay. I'm going to Fury's Watch. Remove 2. So switching that 3 to a 1. Discarding Prism Dust and Intelligence to put out Nick Fury Sr.
Nice.
I'm going to remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Nice.
Then I'm going to thwart 2 off there.
Okay. You want me to ready him?
Yes, please.
He is ready.
Okay, ready. I'm going to thwart 2 off there.
I know, right? Just throw him into the fire. When somebody attacks you, just like, oh, he's going to take it.
Gonna thwart 2 off of there.
Okay. When this last threat is removed, advance to stage 2A. 2A. Locate missing person. Now that you've penetrated the embassy, you need to locate Garza. You discover several holding cells in the embassy's basement. Hopefully one of them holds the kidnapped tech. When the last threat is removed from this scheme, put one set-aside rescued captive ally into play exhausted under any player's control. That player that may advance to stage 3A. If they do not advance, place 3 per player of threat here. And we win by advancing, but we'll need at least 1 rescued captive to survive. So, starts with 6.
Okay, I'm going to pitch Prism Dust to covert surveillance to remove 2 threat from that. I can place that threat on my suit form upgrade. If I'm in stealth mode, which I am.
Nice.
So that 2 goes there. Gonna Fury's Flying Car. Pitch that. Ready Fury. He's now flying.
Flying high.
And then I'm gonna thwart 2 off there. Do that. Then I'm gonna play Super Spies. There ain't no sense in holding it.
Well, fine. Having that card for a while.
If you had a ship out, I would have given you all 3 counters.
Right? Keep hoping.
And I think I'm gonna flip. I think I need the cards.
Okay. I'm flipping as well. Just because I'm at 5. I haven't been able to heal.
Then I won't flip.
Okay.
Actually, he schemes no matter what, right? Yeah, because I didn't attack,
boot, yeah.
so it doesn't matter. Take the extra card.
Okay. Alright, gets 3 because the AIM scientist is out.
Oh, look, all my expensive cards in the same hand, just like always.
This is fun.
I disagree.
Come on. Be real nice to like get my ship now.
Get your ship together.
Get my ship together.
All right.
I have too many cards. Hold on. Which ones did I draw? I had this one and this one. So I think that one goes back.
Okay. Place the threat on the scheme. And we have an acceleration out from the aim scientist.
Got 3.
You did it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, Batroc schemes.
He
What?
punched me last time, right?
Yeah.
When he attacks.
Batroc schemes.
Mhm.
For 1 plus 0.
1 plus 0.
0. What does the aim scientist do?
Just nothing. 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He just
Now,
adds an acceleration.
schemes for 1 plus 2.
1 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. Equals 3. Most countries.
It does.
Most, not all. There's always an exception.
I didn't see a 3 out, so I was going to make it complicated for myself.
All right. Encounter card.
This card gains Surge. Oh no! Hold on, you want me? Oh, wait,
What?
let me see what my Surge is. I can disregard whatever card is happening if you want.
Yeah, I want.
Okay, you have to draw another one though.
Okay, that's fine. Does it say discard it?
Cancel the effects of that card and discard it, then reveal another.
Okay. When revealed, alter ego, remove 1 threat from alert level, and this card gains search.
Boo!
When revealed, if alert level is on the high side, place 1 acceleration token here.
Nope.
When defeated, remove 1 per player threat from alert level, and it's got 6 on it.
No, we're getting some side schemes up here.
Yep. All right, first player token passes. All right, I'm going to use Safe House to heal 2 damage. Move back up to 10. Going to play Intelligence Analysis.
Like that we haven't punched him yet either. Like, which
Right.
it's fine in this
mean,
one, but
It's kind of been a Y situation, honestly.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna discard Intelligence, Quake, Maria Hill to play Agent oh, this guy goes away.
Oh yeah. Can't believe you discarded me. Just threw me out.
I can't play you
I
because you're
know.
already here.
No.
Play Agent Coulson. Search my deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add it to my hand. I am going to find Practice Plan and add it to my hand. I'm going to play Practice Plan. I'm going to flip. And Coulson's going to thwart for 2 off of Commandeer Security Office. What are you doing?
I'm looking to see what I haven't left in my deck because I forget that I can search for support. And I have things to be able to pay for a ship potentially. So
From your deck and discard pile, or
just my
your
deck. So that's why I'm wondering
okay,
what
remember
I have
you have
in
5 ships.
Yeah. So that's what I was like looking at.
I'm going to thwart 2 more off of. So there's 4 gone off of Commandeer Security Office.
Okay, 4 gone. Check.
I'm gonna Fury's Flying Car, do this to ready. Then I'm gonna get rid of Commandeer Security Office.
Okay. Remove 1 per player threat from alert level. 2. Check.
Yep. And that one's gone.
Okay. This one also, any minions get an acceleration icon.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping you can do something about something, because to be quite honest, I feel like you're just sitting over there not doing much of anything
I
at the moment.
would agree with that 100%. You are correct about that, sir. So. Shield support. Shield support.
And it's just your deck, right?
Just my deck. So I have the Cersei,
Bellerophon.
thank you. The Douglas and the Iliad in here.
So you got the green one left.
I don't remember what the green one does.
Might be worth looking at. Are you choosing to search? There's also other shield supports in there, though.
Yeah.
Because there's the other one that does the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always grab it, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I feel like it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I just won't be able to do anything else if I do that, so I'm hesitant. Okay. Heracles. Give a hero or villain status card of your choice. Give an ally or minion a status card of your choice.
So you can give yourself tough and give the aim scientist confused.
Mm-hmm.
And the aim scientist goes away.
Yep.
That seems pretty good.
That does seem pretty good.
Or stun Batroc and confuse the aim scientist. I think Pericles is real good in this scenario.
Okay. Let me just make sure I have enough to pay for it before I invest. Okay, so that would be...
Well, you have 6 cards in your hand, so you definitely do.
Yeah. That is true.
There is 0 chance you cannot play for Pericles. Now, do you want to pay for Pericles is the question.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and it's just an action, so I don't have to necessarily flip either.
Yep.
Okay.
I would recommend at this juncture that you confuse Batroc
and the aim
scientist both.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a wise choice.
Because he's going to scheme against me too.
Okay, so I keep that. No, I can't. We just talked about this. Okay. I'm gonna spend all my cards. Well then, I don't need to because I can do.
Yeah.
Slingshot, super spies, reinforcements, and all points bulletin, and the organizational support means I can exhaust a support that
you could
shares a title.
exhaust front organization, right?
It doesn't share a trait with my identity, is the thing on it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I can exhaust up to 3 allies and or supports you control that share a trait, and none of the other ones share a trait. I know. So, but that's fine. I don't have any allies to use that on anyways. So, gonna do that. It gets 2 counters. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this to do that. And I'm going to use it to give a villain move 1.
Villain or hero?
Give a hero or villain a status card of your choice. So I'm going to confuse this, and he's going to go away.
Villain or hero?
Sorry,
first.
Villain or hero. Confuse Batroc. And give an ally or a minion, and I'm going to confuse him.
Okay.
He's going to go away. That goes away.
You have the team up card in your hand?
No.
Oh.
I kept this in case I got another ship and I could do something else.
Oh, okay.
So, do you want me to do the team up? Oh, I probably should have because of that.
I was just thinking that it would put 3 more on Pericles, but right now you don't really care because you can just add 1 to it every single turn and then take 1 away. So,
and then I will stay. So, it will stay.
Lots of scheming.
Lots of scheming. At least it's got 1 less than it would have. And I can start my ship. I have to reshuffle though. happening?
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It gets 3.
Mm. Goes to scheme. Is confused.
Sorry, I have to do the long way or else I get confused.
Loses confused because you
Loses
tried to scheme
confused.
against me. Nothing happens.
Yep.
Goes to scheme against you for 1 plus.
Does he still get like a boost card with the potential scheme, or does it just okay?
Nope, just fizzles.
Okay.
Boost. Choose. Either spend 1 resource of any type, or this card gains 3 bonus icons. I'm well aware it screws up your whole turn.
Oh, that's fine.
Either schemes for 4 or 1.
I'll do that.
So 1.
It actually works out just fine. Luckily, so far. I feel like I just jinxed it though.
Oh, look, it's treachery. I'm going to intelligence analysis. Actually, when you're doing treasure, oh, yeah, I have to.
Okay.
There's no option. So do that, and then that, and then this.
Nice.
The sad thing is, I have Secret Agent in my hand.
Oh, would have been nice to have it out before it happened. Yeah.
Yep. So that's just donezo. Okay.
Cool.
Your turn.
Aim interference. Insight 1. When revealed, place 1 secret counter on each board member card. You may spend X number of strength resources to prevent X of these counters from being placed. I don't. Well, I could, but it would ruin everything else. Hold on. Let me see if I can make it work. I might be able to make it work. If I do that, I could do that. Spend this. I wouldn't be able to do both of these, but I could definitely do. I'll prevent 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sequence. I have all the tech stuff in my thing, so I. Okay, I'm going to use reinforcements to play support staff.
What's that one do?
Basically generates a wild resource
Nice.
for any player, for whoever player has a shield trait. So do that. And then I'm going to use organizational support and exhaust command team to play all points bulletin. Wait, I need a flip. Hold on. I'm going to recover because I've been putting it off. and then flipping, and then playing this. And for each shield support I control, which I only have 3. Oh, I have more than I thought. Yay! 3 of them. I'm going to remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use the Pericles. Well, I'm going to exhaust this to gain 1, and then I'm going to use the Pericles to take 1. And going to... sure, we'll tough him. And then confuse Batroc.
I was like, your only minion
ally
ally option is...
I forgot about the thingy.
And I didn't think you wanted to stun or confuse him.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay. All right, my turn?
Yes, and I have a resource for you if you want.
Okay. I will play Intelligence Analysis. I will take that resource.
Okay.
And play Intelligence to put out Secret Agent.
Nice. Secret Agent Man.
And then I'm going to Spray Fire, Fairy's Watch, removing both of these. Play Sky Destroyer. Then I'm going to play Global Logistics. Exhaust 1 shield card I control. To look at the top 4, I'm going to exhaust Safe House. To look at the top 4, when I play a shield card, I'm going to exhaust this to deal 2 damage to Batroc, but
Goes away with that.
it just gets rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the top 4. I'm going to look at the top 4 of the encounter deck, which there are only 4 left. Aim Soldier. No, thank you. Rapido. Rapido. Rapido's attacks gain ranged and deal indirect damage, and he's got 3 attack.
So he's confused for... Are you staying in hero form?
No, I'm probably going to flip.
Okay. So he'll lose it on you, but he'll attack me, so first.
The boost on Rapido is deal 1 damage to each character you control. I don't think that's a bad thing for you.
No. Just 1.
And then the Embassy Guard has 1, and then Leaping Kick has 2, but we can discard it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah. Actually, deals 1 damage to each character. Yeah. We'll do it for me, because so he deals me a damage, I'll be an alter ego, and Coulson can eat the tough.
Okay.
So. Alright. Now I'm going to thwart Mad Science. Then that puts a thing there. Do I need to be thwarting off of locate missing
14
person?
and it needs 20, so... But this one gets us an acceleration, and then for each minion, it's acceleration. So it's a toss-up right now, I feel like.
Well, we can... Yeah, that's 14. He's going to scheme. If it advances, we lose, right?
Yeah, but he's not scheming this turn, because you're going to be...
That's true. So, I think I saved Coulson's tough.
Because I think you set up the cards to lose the tough on the card. So
I'm going to Fury's Flying Car, lose that to ready, and then I'm going to thwart 2 off of Mad Science, getting that back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to flip.
Okay. Good?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, we're gonna be one short.
You're also shuffling.
No, I will not. Not this turn.
Oh, you already. Oh, you
I have
already
one
drew.
card still.
You already
Yeah.
drew up.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that, and then draw these two, shuffle, and draw 4
I
more.
don't think I realized you were shuffling.
I did not realize I was shuffling either. That makes 2 of us.
So it's gonna be more interesting than we thought. Okay. So it gets 2 this turn.
No. This. There.
Okay. Gets 2 this turn. And he's gonna attack me
Mm-hmm.
for 2 plus.
You take it. Each character you control takes damage.
So I'll take 3 total.
Then we get an acceleration token.
Acceleration.
Goes to scheme and fails. Fails.
But he's no longer confused.
Correct.
Okay.
All my cards should be ready.
Yes. Surge. Get machete. Treachery. Strength. When revealed, place 1 secret counter on each board member card. You may spend X resources to prevent X of these counters from being placed.
X strength resources.
I can do 2. That's it. That's all I got.
Move a threat off of the main scheme. So I'll go to my suit.
Where do we want the 1 secret counter? Do you want to put it on?
The CSO, probably.
Okay. Hand me one. I mean, I guess I could have grabbed one from the bin, but here we are.
Okay, now my second. Seaguard. All right, and first player token passes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got guard.
One. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Everything matters.
Well, I was reading Machete when he got defeated. Did we shuffle him back into the deck, or did he just go to discard?
I forgot.
Yeah. Whatever. Still got out.
Yeah. But he should have been.
He should have been like a boost or a surge or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which he was.
Okay, I'm gonna put out a practice plan. I'm going to spend informant or a flip. Spend informant to play covert surveillance. I'm gonna take 2 threat off of the main scheme. Since I am in stealth suit form, I'm gonna put it on my suit.
Nice. Your suit is very supercharged.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask if you per chance are gonna use. Oh, Machete has vulnerable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get rid of Machete.
Mm-hmm. I can.
Is discarding it the same as defeating it? Because vulnerable says discard this character if it is stunned or confused. Are discarding it and defeating it the same thing?
I feel like they're probably different just because they do
It should
use
say
those.
in the front of that.
Vulnerable. That character is immediately discarded. That character is not considered defeated even if it is simultaneously dealt enough damage to defeat. Cool. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. For you.
For me.
Alright. So I'm going to pitch practice plan to put Informant into play. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. I think I'm going to pitch these two to get rid of this.
Deals 2 damage to an enemy.
I'm going to deal 2 damage there. Cool. And then Coulson's going to doink him.
Doink.
Oh, it sounded inappropriate.
It sounded inappropriate.
Place 1 threat on alert level. And then I'm going to spend that to get rid of the threat on alert level.
Okay. Very good.
I'm going to use Fury's Watch. Get rid of these 2. To get rid of this one. I'm going to take 2 threat off the main scheme.
Nice.
Remove 2 threat off the main scheme. Use the car. Remove that to ready. 2 threat off the main scheme.
Nice. I feel like you're very effective.
I feel like my flying car is badass.
Okay. We use Pericles to confuse a minion and confuse him or stun him.
I'm in stealth. I'm first player. He's going to try and scheme.
Okay.
We might as well, because we need to start getting these rescue captives.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, since you got those down, I think I'm going to hold off on that. So I think I'm going to... Well. I'm just going to do that to put 1 up here. I'm going to thwart 2. I'm going to just do that. Use command team and special funding to put Victoria Hand out. I'm going to use that to ready shield support, so it can't be that.
Man.
I know. So
yeah.
This.
Yeah.
And
because you could give Victoria Hand or Agent Coulson a tough.
Yeah.
And stun Batroc.
So yeah, I'm gonna thwart for 2 first. So I want to keep her tough.
Mm-hmm. Take an incidental.
And she takes an incidental. And then I'm going to use Pericles to stun Batroc and tough.
Coulson has more hit points.
Yeah.
That's
so. And that's it.
Okay.
And I need one of these. Well, Pericles is coming real handy.
Status cards. Who knew?
Who knew?
Not us. We never play with them.
We never do. Darn expert.
Yeah. Put standard 2 on this guy and see how good Pericles is then.
Yeah. Okay. Gets 3.
That's one of the things that I love about like reading some of the online stuff, and people are like yeah, this is so easy. You just run Stunlock Captain America, and I'm like, if you're on expert with standard 2, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
You lose.
You lose. Okay, right. Okay. All right. Got 3. Check.
Okay.
He is going to try to attack you.
Nope. Scheme.
Scheme you.
Because
He is not confused anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to attack me. He is not stunned anymore. Get rid of it.
Yeah, because it's Shadows of the Past.
Okay. Yeah, draw another one.
Leaping Kick. When revealed, hero Batroc attacks the ally with the most remaining hit points. This attack gains overkill. There were no allies in play. Batroc attacks you. So Batroc attacks Agent Coulson for 2 plus 1. Suck it.
Okay, my turn.
You goofy little Frenchman.
How dare you? Aim interference. When revealed, place 1 figure counter on each board member. You may spend energy, which is fine. I will spend energy. 2 of them. Yeah. Wherever. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it there.
Okay. And then get an embassy patrol. If alert is on high, this card gains insight, which it is not.
Okay. All right. First player token passes.
Okay.
May I play a card?
Yes.
I'm going to play Super Spies to put 3 counters on Pericles.
Yay! That's exciting. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay.
Just, to keep your options open.
Well, guess what? This is gonna be fun. I want to play Strength to put Starhawk into play.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use him to punch this embassy patrol
For
for
2.
2.
Why not use Pericles first because he's got vulnerable?
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for that. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, using Pericles, putting a counter to confuse him. And when defeated, he's not defeated.
Right.
So that goes over there. And confuse, perfect. And then...
Wait, we have not been doing that. Is defeated when a character... After a character is defeated except by consequential damage, place 1 threat here.
That any character? Like minions?
I believe so.
Because one's got out of control real fast. We've had a lot of minions.
Heroes, alter egos, allies, villains, and minions are all characters.
So we'd be screwed.
What do you think? 6?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we haven't flipped.
Okay.
But I'm thinking...
It's probably high.
Yeah. Because we have discarded a lot with Pericles.
Mm-hmm.
But I did defeat a lot, too.
Yeah. And we definitely haven't had extra cards to pitch.
3. I'm thinking 6.
Okay.
Let's put 7 on there.
Okay. Spend 1 resources to remove 1. So you can do it as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Going to thwart 2. And I'm going to punch for 2. Just remove one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Ready. Thwart for 1. Back to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough to put them back out. Or I can spend stuff to get rid of those counters. So, and I'm going to...
I'm going to get rid of 6 of those counters.
Okay. Is that because you want to get rid of them, or because you
I could get rid of 4 real easy.
Okay. That.
But him thwarting 1 off of there would be good.
Okay. So I should play him.
I think so.
Okay. Then I will use special funding to play Starhawk. And their character is defeated. Okay.
Accept my consequential damage.
Yeah. So thwarting
2 on there.
2. And then just gonna pitch this to get rid of 1. And thwart for 2.
Okay. You get this one.
Yep. And we just want to reset, right? You want to try and rescue another one?
Yeah.
Okay. So goes into play under anybody's control. Does not count against your ally limits. Cannot remove this ally from play from card abilities.
Nice.
And exhaust rescue captain to remove 2 threat from the main scheme.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to spend these 2 to get rid of 2 off of alert level. I'll spend Gemma 2. Get rid of 1. Okay. 6, 8. Okay, so I am going to, not going to remove as much from alert level as I thought I was going to, but I think this way will be better. I'm going to Fury's Watch 2 off of here to get rid of this, to remove 2. Then Coulson's going to thwart it.
Okay. Rescue.
Hit this, right?
And reset.
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna exhaust this to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Gonna thwart for 2. I'm gonna Fury's Flying Car. Remove it to ready. I thwarted. Removed it to ready. Thwart for 2. Get that back.
Rescue another. Reset.
Yep. Exhaust to remove 2 off of there.
Nice. Good. That was good. He's gonna scheme against you, right? Because you're in stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's gonna not scheme against me because he's confused. No, he's gonna attack me
Mm-hmm.
because he's not confused.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch this.
Oh, you sure?
It's spray fire to get rid of one of those. It's spray fire, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to punch people now.
No, wrong one. Yeah, that's the right one.
Well, you're supposed to put threat tokens on there, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
I am really, after looking at this and us missing that, I am extremely enjoying the theme of this.
Yes.
This is like, stop killing stuff, you idiots.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're causing a commotion.
Yeah.
You're making something.
It's so thematic. It so fits with like what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
5, 6.
And like these guys, the rescued captives, like to remove one per player threat from the main scheme. It's like you rescue a captive and they're like giving
they're like,
you
hey, those guys are in that room.
Yeah. They're like,
no, I like that too. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Okay. And ready. And
Okay.
Up
Ready.
and ready. Give me a ship. So mad. I just want my Iliad.
Okay. Goes to attack you.
Yes.
For dos.
I think I'm just
Plus.
gonna take it.
0. So 2.
I will be flipping this.
Did you
extra.
put the 2 on
No,
there?
I did not. And
3.
It gets 3.
Okay, goes to scheme and fails terribly. You idiot.
He's been confused a lot lately. I don't know what's wrong with him.
You idiot.
You idiot. Okay.
He needs preparation H.
Preparation H.
A through G have been taken.
Batroc's Brigade Mercenary. Rapido's attack gain ranged and deal indirect damage. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character I control. So, 1 damage here, 1 damage here, and 1 damage to moi. Ouchie!
I got aim interference, which is in sight 1, so put a threat on there. And then spend place. I'm going to spend 2 science so that I only have to place 1. And that's that.
Okay.
First player token passes. Okay, I am going to discard Prism Dust to play Prism Dust. Would have been good to have. Even though he's not vulnerable. I'm just gonna pitch Concentrated Fire to get rid of this.
Nice.
That one. Sorry.
You're good.
I'm gonna exhaust both of these to take 4 off of there.
Very nice, very nice.
Um,
I'm just gonna go ahead and do this with you.
Okay. Coulson's gonna thwart it in a final heroic act to rescue people.
And that's the last one.
So,
Oh, this next one?
yeah, I think so, right?
Okay. Yep. The stage is completed. And go to the next stage. Okay. You didn't find Garza, but you did discover several other civilian prisoners.
Oh,
You
this
must
guy
get
came
them
in
out.
ready.
Yeah. You must get them out safely. When revealed, if the alert level is on the high side, deal each player a face-down encounter card. Otherwise, remove all threat from the alert level and flip it to its high side. That's cool. I like it. In either case, in expert mode, you place 2 per player on threat on that.
Okay.
And then, in expert mode, each minion gains quick strike. Forced to interrupt when an enemy attacks, it attacks a rescue captive instead.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if there's no threat here, then we win. But it starts with 24.
And Batroc has +1 scheme and +1 attack now.
Yay!
Okay, I'm going to remove 2 from there.
Check.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Do you want me to kill Rapido, and then flip? Or would you rather I removed some stuff off of there? Because I could get rid of 4 off of there and just stay in stealth mode so that I can just... He can keep trying to scheme, you can keep confusing, whatever we want to do.
So I have...
While you think about it, I'm going to use Fury's Watch and remove these 2 to do this and take 2 off of there.
Okay.
So I've got a glitter bomb ready to go. I feel like if I can stay in stealth suit mode, I can outpace him.
Okay.
I feel like if I have to switch to start attacking stuff, we're gonna run into issues.
Yeah. Okay, let me think. Hold on. I could do a wild resource to do that one. I could do 2 to do that one. I could thwart 1 with Starhawk and then be able to play him again.
So thwarting 2 for Starhawk.
And punching for 2.
Well, you could have Starhawk punch for 4.
I can't because he takes 2 incidentals. I mean, I could on the next ones and just discard him, but that'd add threat level.
Well, right, but you could attack here. He goes away, right?
He goes away.
No, because he goes back to your hand.
No, because I have to.
Oh, because
the incidental
because that has to be exact.
2. So I'd have
That's
to
right.
thwart with them, and then I could just attack twice the next time, and then just have them discarded. I need to flip this turn.
Okay.
But it said that when an enemy attacks, it attacks a rescued captive instead. So I'm just gonna give one of them a tough with Pericles. I can use Pericles twice.
But if you're flipping and I'm in stealth, he's not attacking.
Okay. That's right. Forget about your stealth thing. Okay. Let's play this out real quick then.
The fact of the matter is, people, I have been in hero form for almost the entire game, and I have taken no damage whatsoever.
I need to brag about it.
That's the fact of the matter.
Using Maria as a human shield. Just kidding.
Yes, I am using you as my human shield. How does it feel? Because normally
it's the other way around. Okay, so I can deal with Rapido.
Okay. Then you deal with Rapid.
Have you've done everything for the most part?
No, I still have my activations left.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I have in here. No, I was gonna play that.
So when we get that to 0, we win?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to be taking 6 off every turn.
Yeah.
Well, 6.
So if we
I'm going to be taking 10 off every
keep stuff
turn.
down, and I'm going to confuse them at least once this time. Maybe twice.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
You can't confuse them twice.
Shh. Okay. I'm going to do Nick and front organization to my life model decoy out.
Discard me.
I did just discard you. I used you as a human shield to create my life model.
You used me as a human shield to create your human shield.
Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to thwart. He's going to come back to my hand.
Okay.
Takes 1 off. And then... Yes.
Could you? Does your command team allow you to ready
Any ally.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Just says ready an ally. It doesn't say has to be mine. So
For rescue captives is 8 threat every turn that we remove off of there. With my 4 thwarting minimum, we're at 12 off of there every turn.
Yeah.
We need to live through the next 2 turns, basically.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to spend shield support. Need to use that. The prep. That's an upgrade. So it'd be this.
Or
this. Or this. But I think I'm using all of them this time. So that's fine. Okay. Using that organizational support and slingshot to play Starhawk.
Okay.
Going to punch Rapido for 2. He's got 2. I'm gonna ready him. And then he's gonna punch for 2 more.
So he goes away.
Yep. And
Okay.
this gets a threat. Because 2 threat? Because it's characters, right? After a character is defeated except by no, he was defeated by consequential, so it doesn't get one for him, but it does for him. Okay.
Correcto.
Okay, so it goes there. And then using this.
I have a weird question.
Yes.
So let's back up.
Yes.
Because I have a dumb question.
Okay.
This, correct me if I'm wrong, would confuse.
Yeah.
You're going to be an alter ego. So Starhawk could technically be in your hand right now. This guy could have 2 damage, right? And this guy's not going to do anything this next turn. He's just sitting there confused because you're going to be an alter ego. So he's
tries to scheme for 1.
Yeah, he's going to try and scheme, but the scheme's not going to happen because he's confused. And isn't that better than a tough?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have Starhawk back in your hand. That's going to have 1 less threat on it. And hey, if you wanted to use Starhawk as a resource to do something else, you could.
He won't have any damage on him because the damage came from playing Starhawk. So
No. I'm saying you're here. You're here, right?
Okay.
Well, no, you just played him.
Yeah, and I attacked with him. So, and then I rewoke him.
No, that was the first time. Oh no, this is the second time you played it.
Because to do damage,
you thwarted. So now you could thwart.
And you go back to my hand.
And you go back to your hand.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
Because Pericles confuses this guy. They're both confused, so they both don't do anything for one of their activations. This guy for his only activation. It doesn't get this on here, right? And you have Starhawk available for next turn.
Okay.
So you just need to take 1 threat off the main
1
scheme.
more off of here. He comes back to my hand. It doesn't take any incidental nonsense. Okay. And then Pericles is going to confuse both of them. Going to I'm not going to play him. Maybe I save this card instead. I'm not going to do anything because I want to recover this turn. So let's do spend slingshot to play reinforcements to ready Pericles. I'm going to use this to give it a counter, and then I'm going to use that counter. Should I use that counter? Or should I just keep it?
What do you have in your hand?
Starhawk and organizational support. So if I get another ship, organizational support will help me get it out, is what I was thinking.
Okay, so options are we use the Pericles to give one of us a tough, and one of the rescue captives a tough, which I don't think is necessarily the worst thing.
Right.
Or we stun both Batroc and...
Give a tough.
Yeah. And give a tough to one of the rescue captives. I don't think either one is a bad decision. Just complete honesty.
I think I will still do that. So we'll go ahead and tough.
Tough yours. It's taken a
damage already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tough mine and stun.
Yeah, that's the way I'd do it.
Okay.
I don't think either of us need a tough at this point in time.
No, I don't think so either. Okay. I don't need that. I mean, I could play Starhawk again right now. If I wanted to.
I think you're okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yep.
Because I haven't done my thing.
Yeah.
I was letting you take your turn.
I wasn't, yeah. It's interesting to see how far I got.
So, thwart 2. That.
Check.
Do this. Remove this. Ready. Thwart 2. Get that. Question is, do I flip?
He's going to scheme either way, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, whatever. It'd be worth to get an extra card. You haven't taken any damage, so
my concern is if I don't flip and I get a card that says like X attacks you and he's not confused. If it hits these, I think I am gonna flip just for the extra card.
Okay, I'm flipping.
No, I'm not gonna flip. I'm not gonna flip.
I'm recovering
because I've got these and this, so I want my preparations to be activated. Preparations.
Oh,
A
are they
through
hero
G
ones?
Are
Okay, yeah.
Preparations A through G are ready to go.
Okay. Don't need a preparation H yet?
Nope.
Good. Okay, ready. And remember, I can get rid of a encounter card as well. I like to just point that out every once in a while to help remind us. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a ship in here. That's exciting.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Goes to scheme against me. Nothing happens. Confused.
He's confuzzled.
Goes to scheme against you.
Yeah, he is.
For 2 plus 1.
Oh, he gets 3.
And then 3 more from...
3 more from you. Or from one of us.
From you.
Okay.
This one's confused, so nothing happens.
Yep.
Okay, encounter cards.
Encounter cards.
Fine, yours. Security cameras. Damn it, I wish I was an alter ego. For each character you control, choose to either exhaust that character or place 1 threat on alert level. And 2 threat instead of alert levels on its high side.
Do you want me to get rid of it?
Yes.
Okay. Draw another.
Press conference. Give to the Maria Hale player. I love this card.
So terrible. After the player phase ends, remove 1 all-purpose counter from each support I control. Oh, and exhaust. Hold on. Alter ego exhaust to discard. Okay. Well, at least I'll just flip to do that.
What was your encounter card?
Batroc's Brigade Mercenary Zarin gets plus X attack, where X is the printed resource cost of the card tucked underneath him. When revealed, tuck a weapon upgrade I control under Zarin. There's a vehicle, tech, title,
you don't
location,
have a
shield,
weapon.
team.
So
So
it's
no
the
weapons.
top card of your deck.
Oh. Just 2.
Okay, good. It's not a ship. That's what we were worried about the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then first player token passes.
Yep. Okay.
Can I do a thing?
Yep.
I'm going to remove 6 threat from there.
I'm going to join you and take 2 more off.
Okay. All right. As of that... Oh, wait. When he comes in, Prism Dust. Hold on. Prism Dust. Deal 2 damage and confuse him. And then move a threat from a scheme to my suit. So move a threat off of there. And then practice plan comes in. Puts that back into my hand. Moves a threat from there over to here. Okay.
Cool. Gotta like your preparations.
We're up to preparation H.
This is ready. I didn't ready that before.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see.
2, 4, 6.
Okay.
I can get rid of 6 threat.
There's.
So you can get rid of 5 threat, which I don't think you can.
No. I mean, no.
Just no.
So close.
How much?
Let's see.
What is your
4.
what does your command team do?
Ready's an ally.
Any ally?
Yeah. So I think I can do it.
Because this is 2.
Right.
And you thwart for 2.
And yeah, but I have to exhaust to get rid of this, which I feel like is a good idea to do before the end of the game.
Why?
I don't know. Just feeling like it's probably a good idea to get rid of things, since they carry over sometimes.
Okay.
But let me see. Okay.
If that's the case, do we wait a turn so that you can get rid of some minions?
I don't know. Got 5 hit points. He's got 3 more. Got 2 more.
I can get rid of this guy. Pretty straightforward, easy. Like, it won't cost me anything to get rid of him. Would you like me to do that now?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to play Global Logistics, exhaust 1 shield card I control, exhausting Safe House.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, after I play a shield card, exhaust Sky Destroyer to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So, this gets 2 on it. And then I'm going to look at the top 4 of the encounter deck.
He gets 2?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it is just 1, huh?
Okay, because there's only 1 character leaving. Okay.
Why don't we just discard all... Well, these are boosts. So we're going to get single boosts for things, but I'm pitching the security cameras and mad science because I don't like that stuff.
Okay, I'm going to use... I don't know. What do you think? Should we just clear it up? Like, just get it done?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Because we could definitely get it done this turn. Like, for sure. I don't think I can quite kill that guy either way.
I mean, I could kill him real easy, but I would thwart less.
How much less?
2 less.
I could potentially work with that.
Because I can thwart for 4 right now. But I can thwart for 6 if I don't kill him. If you want me to kill him, I can only thwart for 4.
Okay, hold on. So... 1, 2, 3, 4. So...
You're first player. You do your
Yeah.
thing. I'll figure it out.
I'm going to use this for a resource. And use Starhawk, Dum Dum Dugan, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Organizational Support, and exhaust Pericles to play the Douglas.
Do the ducky.
Do the Dougie. And then I'm going to use Douglas to take 2 off. Going to... Hold on a sec. Not doing... Oh, I'm not doing an ally, so I was at exhaust this instead.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use...
Wait, what? I thought you were going to ready an ally to get 2 off because you could ready rescue captive.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was using that. Do I need... Yeah, that's what I had to do. Okay. Then I'm going to ready an ally. And she's going to action to... Oh, I got to flip to hero form first. So I'm going to exhaust to get rid of this.
Okay.
To discard. I'm going to flip. Then use the captive to take 2 off. I'm going to use on the double to ready the Douglas. And use the Douglas to take 2 more off.
Wait, any number. With, oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, up to
So,
6.
Up to 6, okay. So that's at 5?
Yep. And that's my turn.
Leaves me 1 short.
Oh, you need 4? Thought I thwarted everything, even with the extra stuff we thought.
I can only do 4.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to use intelligence. Play Prism Dust. I'm going to Fury's Watch. And spend this to play intelligence. I'm going to punch Idiot and use this to deal 3. Okay, and that gets 1. I'm going to Fury's Flying Car, spend this to ready. Gonna thwart for 2. Oh, this should have flipped. This should be in combat, or assault.
Because you attacked.
So that I attacked. And then I'm going to pitch the eye patch camera.
Wait, what happens on the interrupt?
When you attack, remove up to 3 threat from here. This deals 1 additional damage. I already removed the threat to kill the guy when I attacked.
Oh.
Instead of attacking for 2, I attacked him for 3. Because he had 5 hit points.
Okay.
So I already removed the extra threat. I just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to discard eye patch camera to play covert surveillance. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. I'm in stealth suit form, I may place that threat on my suit form upgrade. Otherwise, I may change to stealth suit form. This is exactly what I'm going to do.
Dang it. I thought we had it.
Here's the kicker.
Hmm.
We might not have a ton of threat on there because I can mess with the encounter cards.
I can too.
And if a minion comes out, I might be able to just move 2 threat off of there.
I'm going to use this to put a counter on the Douglas.
Okay, ready, and draw up.
I can take a punch. For free. Oh, except he attacks captives, so.
Wait, does he?
That's what it says on here. When an enemy attacks, it attacks the rescued captive instead. But I have a captive that has a tough, and he's going to scheme with you since you're in stealth.
That's true. Okay. All right, so that gets 3.
Yep.
You're first player, and you're in hero. So it goes to attack you, is stunned.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the stunned. Okay.
All right. Schemes against me for 2 plus 1, so 3.
What are these?
Encounter cards. That's what those are.
Okay.
Hold on. After a player is dealt an encounter card, discard intelligence. Look at each encounter card dealt to each player and the top card of the encounter deck. You may swap any number of those cards.
Nice.
And then I move 1 threat from there to my suit.
Okay.
Okay, what are our encounter cards? I've got
soldier.
So that gets the scientist in. What is this? Ooh.
Treachery.
Each minion gains toughness. When revealed, give each enemy a tough status card. When you reveal a non-elite minion, spend 3 resources of any type. Cancel the effects of that minion and discard it.
So this will be a non-elite, but I'm first player, so he'd be out before yours.
You're in hero. For each character, choose to either exhaust that character or place 1 threat on alert level. 2 threat instead if the level is on high. That's what I was thinking of.
Question.
I
could get rid of one of those cards and force this to be drawn instead?
What? I thought that only dealt with treacheries.
No. When you reveal an encounter card, exhaust it. So any encounter card.
The when revealed is the when revealed. That's not. This is look at them. This isn't revealing.
No, I'm saying like if we wanted to swap this out for yours, and then I can just say, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to draw that instead. Like that kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, I was just thinking of a way to not have to deal with the aim soldier. But I guess it doesn't matter because he'll be confused. And this
already
will...
2 down on damage.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do that.
But he'll bring out the scientist too.
Right. Not worried about it.
Okay. Okay, so we're good to reveal? For reals?
Yep.
Okay, so me first. Get this. We need to find the scientist.
He's in here.
And when he comes out, he gets hit with your little glitter bomb.
Yeah, and he's vulnerable, right?
No.
No.
He's not. The scientist is.
Wait. So that's revealed. This gets shuffled. Before this is revealed.
Wait, why? What?
Because I have to find the scientist.
Oh, I thought he already came out. Damn it. Didn't think about it.
Sequencing.
Sequence.
Neither of us thought about it. Okay, now I reveal mine.
You want to get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
Nice.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
There were no fast hands
Give
going
each
on here.
enemy a tough status card. Okay. And then when you reveal a non-elite minion, you can spend 3 resources to cancel the effects, which is
Okay.
whatever.
That's
And I
got
have
6. Okay. Oh, this is gone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you took
And
one
did
off.
the confuse and took 2. I did not take 1 off.
Okay.
Okay. 1 off of there.
First player token passes.
Okay. All caught up.
All right.
I do have the Iliad, by the way.
Okay. How can we do this?
May I do an action?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna do this right off the bat.
I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of these guys.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna use Fury's Watch and these 2.
Sorry. This takes it off of all schemes. 2 off of each.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna play Quake.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna use Sky Destroyer after I play Quake to get rid of the tough here. That. And then Quake is gonna punch and kill that guy. Taking an incidental. Okay. The vulnerable doesn't care about tough, right? Because tough says
I think it's just
would take any amount of damage. No, I'm saying like the tough's not going to prevent your Pericles from getting rid of the scientist.
I believe that is true. Because, yeah, tough just deals with damage. He can still have a stunned or confused card on him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have a resource I could borrow?
Yeah, probably.
I was thinking your support staff if you weren't going to use it.
Sure. We'll do that.
And then I'm going to pitch these 3. Wait, am I? Yeah, because I don't have another Fisticuffs to play Nick Fury Sr.
Nice.
I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Cool.
I have only drew 1 fist. Fury. Gonna pitch EM Shield to play Informant. Nick Fury Sr. is going to thwart 2 off of Bartok's Brigade. I'm going to thwart 2 off of Bartok's Brigade.
Oh, hold on.
So.
Use Douglas to take 2 off of each.
Okay.
And then you can thwart 1 off of here. Or 2 off of here. Unless you don't want to do anything yet.
No. It's,
okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
Get rid of Bartok's Brigade, though. I'm going to let you do your... Yeah.
Okay.
Please, will you use your ships for things?
I'm going to use this to confuse and get rid of this guy.
Okay. Oh, we need to put 2 on here because of the aim sight.
I put 1 on for the
soldier?
The soldier.
Okay, then it's 1.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then he just goes away.
Right.
So it doesn't happen. And then
do you have 2 strength you can spend? You have 2 strength at all?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because then we can get rid of this, right?
Mm-hmm. So do super spies. and Grant to take 2 off of here.
Okay, and that gets rid of the tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there anything else you need to do? The tough happens
Overrides
before
it?
everything.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And
Are we good?
probably.
Okay, I'm gonna remove 6 threat from threat captives.
Oh, I'm just gonna discard these to get rid of these first.
Okay. Yeah, good call. Okay. What happens? I would just like to point out to everybody that we just did this whole scenario without dealing a single damage to the villain. Not that we didn't try, not that we wouldn't have.
We gave him enough to take some of these off.
We took 2 of those
and
off.
took off a tough.
Which means we intentionally damaged the villain 3 times.
Still nothing. Okay. If there's no threat here, the players win the game.
So we win the game. Game's over, guys.
Game's over.
We're never playing Marvel Champions
Never
again. We won. You're welcome. You're welcome, America.
All right. Let's see. Victory. Record the number of rescued captive allies in play in the campaign log.
4.
Record the number of secret counters on each board member card in the campaign log.
0.
0, 0, 0. We're doing awesome at that. If at least one board member environment in play has a shield, has no secret counters on it, gain the top evidence card from the shield envelope, which is in the box.
What's in the box? Okay. Top one, right?
Yep.
We have travel evidence opportunity. That's the little map highlight icon thing.
No.
Evidence opportunity.
Okay, so not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one.
That's it?
Yeah.
Lame.
A couple of them we already eliminated, so.
Okay, let's put this back in the box. Okay. Setup. Each player may add 1 secret counter to a board member environment to search their collection for a different justice support and shuffle it into their deck. You may add 1 threat to the main scheme to search your deck for a justice support and add it to your hand. Sweet.
Sounds fun.
Uh-huh.
Justice.
Okay, now you need to read the thingamajig, the winning. Winnings.
Okay. That's not the right place. This place. There's like no ending, so I don't know if this comment goes to the next one.
Let me see. I think
Intro?
the comic is like the conclusion.
Conclusion and setup. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like usually there's like one for the ending and then one for the lead in, but this one's just one, so.
Might be our chief tactical officer. I'm kind of worried about that.
Tactical officer.
Okay, yeah, you can read flip it over and.
Okay. 2 hours
Because
later.
we've done everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna pick up.
Okay. 2 hours later, en route to AIM Island. The embassy intel says the Inhumans were sent to an underwater AIM facility. Shouldn't we clear this with the board? An embassy is one thing, AIM Island itself is entirely another. If AIM has a mole on the board, as we suspect, we can't risk tipping them off. She's so smart. Go, Maria. 2 miles off the coast of AIM Island. Underwater AIM Laboratory. Director, I'm glad to see you. Hold tight, Garza. We'll get you out of there. No, my work must not be interrupted. You must die.
What was that?
That's MODOK.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Not,
Terrifying.
not Mordock.
Not MORDOK.
Oh, wait, MODOK.
MODOK. Oh, that is so slow. MODOK. Very exciting. So besides the little hiccup we had with the little threat level thing.
What's that one card you like that gives your hero +1 thwart?
Heroic Intuition.
Is that a support?
As a justice support, I believe.
No, that might be...
That might be the card we had.
That might be the card I had. I will say this. After playing tonight, I think Nick Fury is a real powerful hero.
I really do nothing for most of the game.
I feel like Maria Hill is less so. I feel like Maria Hill could be better, but I feel like the cards that are in your deck are the cards that Maria has to use.
Yeah.
I feel like the ships are the ships are the ships.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's kind of where Maria
she needs
is
to
at.
be. Yeah.
I feel like Nick on the other hand could real thwart crazy levels of threat off of something.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I liked seeing a couple different ships today.
Yeah.
Because last time I had the Iliad and Cersei, and this time I had Douglas and the Pericles.
Yeah.
Douglas, if I could have gotten Douglas out when we had the 4 schemes at one point, or the 3 schemes at one point, that would have been a really powerful card.
Yes.
Getting rid of 2 off of each of those right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a super powerful card.
Yeah.
I also feel like the theme and the way they put this mission together is impeccable.
Yeah.
On normal difficulty. I always have to caveat everything by saying we haven't played it on expert yet. That might change. It might not be great on expert, but the theme and the way the mission plays to fit the theme is honestly, I feel like the way the story worked in this and how much you felt like you were a part of the story in this scenario hasn't happened with me since Hela.
Yeah. Hela was really fun. And
because Collector and Hela are both theme missions.
Yeah.
And there was one in the X-Men boxes, but I never
was
felt
it the one with Beast?
I think there were more than one. There was one in each box, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Magneto scenario was the most fun mission progression one out of all of them. But it was still a beat up the villain at some point in time one.
Yeah.
This one I felt like
I like that we could sneak around and just be well, screw you, I'm just gonna go over here. It's not very often.
Screw you guys, I'm taking my ball and going home.
And maybe that just speaks also to how powerful Nick is, because basically he Batroc would have attacked us more, which would have added more threat counters to the alert thing, which would have screwed us up even faster. But you were able to basically be no, we're hiding behind this cloak. We're not here. You can't punch us. And so, that little manipulation came in real handy. So, I'm thinking about, us playing that one with our legacy and not being able to basically do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's going to be terrible because we're going to start off with more on there.
Did you ever watch the movie Grandma's Boy?
No, I never did.
Okay, so at one point in time, he's he's like in the office with his new boss, who's also his love interest.
Mm-hmm.
He works at a video game studio, and
Okay.
there's like this genius video game producer that works
Okay.
there, who's a douchebag.
Okay.
But he walks out, and the guy is standing there in a black trench coat with it like over, and the guy goes, "You know I can see you, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And then he walks away, and the douchebag producer guy goes, "How did he see me?" Like, I feel like that's what Nick is he's just holding up his black trench coat.
He's just like in a
hanging
dark
out,
corner, like,
yeah.
I'm a vampire.
I'm Batman.
Like, yeah.
So, but no, the story on this was like impeccable.
Mhm.
I agree that I think like Nick might be a little too powerful for this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like the story, regardless, was really, really good, and
Yeah.
I felt like we were there to rescue people,
Yes.
not kick the crap out of somebody.
Yes. And sometimes in the other ones where it's like similar to that, or like I think there is a scenario where we do have to rescue some people, and it
Well, like Sabretooth eventually devolves into a brawl.
yeah.
Like, you don't win that one if you don't punch him in the junk.
No,
like,
and you want to punch them hard and fast.
yeah.
So, yeah. And so there's ones that like even in like a little bit more of a thwarty type scenario, it does you still like the way to beat it is by beating the crap out of Batroc, which if we had, we would have been able to take off 6 threat right off the bat.
And I think that is probably going to be the way an expert
Mm-hmm.
is. I'm just gonna Nova punch him like right in the junk
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I possibly can every
Yeah.
time. To just be
Because
like,
you only have to deal 8 points, which isn't
it's 12 an expert, but yeah.
yeah. You could
12's
do that
nothing.
real easy.
12's
And if you get a
nothing
dive bomb
expert.
and like whatever, you could do
Uh-huh.
it twice. So Boo. So, but yeah. Yeah, I like it. That one was really fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for the next one.
And I love Hella, but I did forget about how much fun that was and like how thematic it was. And
Mm-hmm.
it does fit in there with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm still liking this part. I'm hoping we're doing it right. I'm still like iffy. I get confused with it. Like I feel like there should be more to it, but there's not so far.
I will say this. The decks that we're using are not the most powerful decks for either of these champions. However, I am feeling like they were designed very, very, very well for this campaign box so far.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have 3 copies of most cards, and I can only have one of most of those cards out at a time,
Mm-hmm.
which means I have a lot of resources to discard in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
to get counters off of things,
Mm-hmm.
to lower alert tokens, to do all this other stuff. I have those counters available, or
Yeah.
those resources available.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, my concern is different when we get to expert, because, like, both of our decks are so streamlined and fine-tuned when it comes to resources.
Yeah, we
Are
don't
we-
have the extras.
Are we going to have the extra resources and still be able to do little incremental things along the
Mhm.
way? Because, like, my Nova deck is designed to, like, be a huge drop all at once,
Mm-hmm.
but everything needs 3 or 4 resources.
Yeah, and especially with this scenario where we had also the threat level situation, like you have to use your allies appropriately to
Mhm.
where they go out on a consequential, or else it's going to raise that even more. So that's also a problem.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like we won't have as many resources to discard to keep that down either.
Mhm.
Like, so that's yeah. And like the first game, you know, trying to figure out Maria, I had really bad draws in the beginning where
Mhm.
like I had all my expensive stuff and nothing to pay for any of it. So it was just like a lot of like just spending cards.
I feel like this evened out quite a bit.
This one was better for sure. I think at one point I should have just been discarding cards to get me drawing up more
Mhm.
instead of holding on to something because it like the suit up thing, the team up thing with you.
Right.
I should have just pitched it at some point just
Mhm.
because then I could have got something new.
Right.
instead of holding on to it, hoping that I could just give him resources when he needed it. Because definitely in this one, he never needed it.
Yeah, I had an idiotic amount of suit resources the entire game.
And I couldn't do anything with the ones that I had, so it also seemed silly for me.
Right.
But I think that's one thing that I need to like do, and I struggle with that all the time. Because I always like think I was like, oh, maybe next time, and I just need to like get used to like pitching it until
I will say I felt more enabled to pitch cards playing this than I have with any other scenario we've played.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I really liked playing Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was one of the most fun heroes that they've released. Like, super powerful. But like I loved it. But I would hang on to cards for like 3 rounds and it would get us into trouble. I feel like with Nick, I'm just like, nope, I can't use it right now. Go away. I will draw you back up in a few turns because I will be cycling through my deck.
Yeah. And I feel like, I mean, each game I think I've gotten through my deck about the same time, but I do think these are speed decks. Like I think the faster you get through them, the better, because you just need to get back to those cards, especially since like with mine, like I need to basically just not worry about the ships for the first draw. Like I just discard them, spend them, whatever I need to do, and get to them on the second round.
Yeah.
And the faster I do that, the better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was fun. I like this.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
We're on track.
We're doing awesome.
All right. That's all I got.
That's all we got.
That's all I got.
That's all he has.
That's all I have. I don't know. Is that all you have?
No, I'm ready to go.
All right. All right. There's Gators.
Toodles, poodles.